Hello, I'm Max and I'm still working on the most innovative auto battler ever. Check out my video where I explain what makes my game so unique and why nobody did it before. Now let me tell you what I've worked on this week. Before this week's start, I had to take a little break since I got food poisoning, but chilling out with fucking fever actually was kinda good, and before I could return to work, I had a burst of inspiration. I kinda try to imagine and play the game in my head. Sometimes it comes very easy and that I feel like I see the game in its perfect variation in my head. And I can just grab some ideas from there. That was one of those times. First, I instantly realized what is missing from the game right now and that it can be fixed very easily. I just need to make the circles dance. I don't know, in my head they were just kind of vibing to the beat and I thought, man, this can be done so quickly, but the game will look way more cool when there's some dynamic there. So first I started adding systems to sync things to a beat. With my procedural visualization framework, it's actually so trivial. Everything that you see is derived from some sort of functions that I create through Rust and configure through RON files. So all I need is to introduce a new function beat that outputs non-zero values with music beat. Then anything can tie its value to the beat function and we get beat sync. In future I want to give the player an ability to just play any music from speakers and the game will just detect the beat from there. And of course I made a quick minimal track and now this is what the shop looks like. In my last videos, someone suggested making music for my game and I want there to be a good variety of different tracks. So if you want to make a minimal 4x4 track that can be put at the background for shop or battle, hit me up. Right now my track is a clean loop and beat starts at 0, 0, so syncing it to known 100 BPM was easy. I've done it so quick that I even was kinda upset that I didn't get to work on it more, but I surely will make more tracks on stream. Then other big thing was menus. I am so used to this sort of start of development look of the game that I keep delaying working on UI. But since I use eGUI, this will take so little time that there is simply no excuse. So I've added the main menu and settings window. I think it's cool that you can just expand settings from anywhere anytime and I didn't really have to do anything to make it work. The main menu is just selection of game states and for ease of development I've added option to run game from the last state. So now when I'm testing the battle I can just run the game from there every time. Then it was time to make a proper audio plugin. I decided to use Kira, which Bevy might move to in future anyway. I'm using my own channel for background music and just provide some functions for control. This should cover most future use cases. Then the last big thing I thought during my inspiration were heroes. I've done and redone them so many times that I can't even count. During active design and development I got used to making tens of heroes and changing something in the game or my approach, delete all the heroes and just start over. And I've done about 50 new heroes now, but the thing is they're fucking boring for the most part. I made them in kind of fast and simple mode, the way I did it in the past when I needed to fill the game with content as quick as possible. I made this content disposable, but now why the fuck not make them interesting, cool, fun and most importantly memorable. So I've decided to scratch them again and make new cool heroes that I'll spend more time on. Then I started making my first new hero. I want almost all heroes to have unique abilities, and the first one will be Wizard. I really like the idea of magic missile that you can just shoot a distant hero, so the Wizard will use that at the start of every turn. I think it's fun to look at him barrage the enemy, it feels so nice, but I need to make it look very cool. So I started improving my curve VFX. The thing is, if I want to sync the action to the beat, it has to be instant. So it will look more like a laser and I have to make it look impactful. This brought me back to my visual system, and I've spent some time reworking and improving it. There were some architectural questions, but right now I think the system makes sense. You basically choose your material and write functions that will affect its parameters. I've spent some time to support displaying curve inside a curve, but now it works very good. I've also added simple effect for taking damage, and here is what the new hero looks like. I keep working on content, improving UI, and generally making the game ready to its first release to the public. So check out my stream and stay tuned for future videos. Thank you for watching.